When we talk about insecurity in Nigeria, only those who feel it will know it. As it is said, he that wears the shoe is the only one that knows the exact place where it pinches. That is the reason we will continue to share with you experiences of all those that have fallen victim of one form of insecurity or another at some point in time, so that we can all understand that the fight against insecurity is such that requires that all hands must be on deck. This is Crime Busters. I am Desmond Wajuko. Now, one of the worst hit local governments in the northern part of Nigeria in terms of banditry and terrorism is Jibia local government area of Katsina State. We were there and we saw things ourselves. But it would be better for you to hear firsthand from one of the critical stakeholders in that local government. He is the chairman of Jibia People's Forum. I need you to see what he actually shared with us.
Those at times we suffered a lot. It was indeed very critical to the extent that all our activities and livelihood was ridiculed and undermined by this acts of banditry, to the extent that all our business have stopped, farming have stopped, social relationships, transportation, all that we have stopped to a very large extent. And we have lost lives, properties, vehicles burnt to ashes, houses burnt to ashes, food burnt to ashes. So that is why I told you it was so critical and it was so disastrous indeed. We suffered a lot to the extent that you cannot move from one place to another, People have been scattered. We have many displaced persons. They have left their homes to nowhere. Some, they get shelter. If they have residence or their relations somewhere, they move to that place. To the extent that many villages, many towns in this local government have been displaced. You go a town and find nobody. Many towns, business activities has been stopped completely. It was not weeks and months, but a decade. Indeed, but a decade. For a decade, this is the situation we have been in. And this is the scenario as I explained to you. So we suffered a lot. We have lost so many things. Our economic status of our people has been lost. Food to eat became the issue now. Since then, up till now, people have suffered a lot. This local government was the first in drugs abuse, or second in the Katsina State. And this issue of raping has become rampant.
I am of the view that now that you have insight into what our brothers and sisters passed through in the hands of bandits in Jibia local government, you will be interested in understanding the state of things right there as we speak. Again, let's hear from him.
So the situation is indeed very favorable. Things have changed to normality because since when we entered into agreement with these people, bandits, on 28th February this year, since then, nobody was killed. Nobody. No village attacked. And no road attacked. No vehicle burnt. Nothing. And people are now returning back to their homes without any fear of anything. We now sleep with our full 2 eyes. Before, we don't sleep. Before, even a small boy knows the sound of a gun shooting. Before, we don't sleep completely. So the situation now is indeed very, very, very happy. We are happy now. Everybody is happy now. We have become a normal life. As I told you, from 28th February up till today, we don't have any problem. No, any raping or any of such was recorded so far now. It has reduced a very minimal rate. That is why, generally speaking, while you are living peacefully now. Since 28th February of this year, nobody was killed. No village was attacked.
Okay, that said, I am also of the view that you will probably be interested in knowing how they were able to achieve that needed result that is in place right now in that local government. Let's go back to him one more time.
Okay, first of all, they fought for it. As I told you, when they received fire for operations, especially that of 3 weeks, which our DPO led to that operation, Air Force and ground, they suffered a lot of these bandits. That is why they thought for this peace talk. And when they thought for this peace talk, it was allowed for a sitting. And when we sat for that on 28th, the terms of the agreement or conditions are they must release or they shall release all captives in their hand. Anybody kidnapped should be released. For us to agree that this agreement is for real. And there, before we left that arena, they sent and all our people were released immediately. We come with them at home. And secondly, that they should surrender their arms. That is why we get a little gray. And they explain to us that if they surrender their arms, then definitely there will be problem on their part. Because other bandits somewhere else are not happy with this agreement. So there is tendency for them to attack those that have agreed with it. So we reason with them and we agree with them. They said later, eventually, gradually, they will surrender their arms.
Okay, as we hope and pray that this peace accord stands the test of time, may I remind you that insecurity in one part of this country is insecurity across this country. Therefore, all of us must be willing to play our part, no matter how little we so consider it, towards ensuring that security, peace, and prosperity reigns in Nigeria. I am Desmond Wajuku. I'll see you again sometime. Until then, God bless Nigeria. Bye-bye.